Hey guys, Matusik. I have an upload for you guys, especially for some of you that want to live stream to twitch.tv or Ustream, whatever you feel like doing, you'll be able to do that. So first things first, you're going to want to download Xsplit broadcaster software, which you can do by running a quick Google search for Xsplit. And I'm going to try to rush through a little bit because live streaming, there's so much I could cover. I could take up 30 minutes, honestly. So I want to get you guys started. And if you really enjoy this, hit it up with as many likes as you can, drop a subscribe, comment, and tell me what you think. Like, hey man, this is great. I want you to do more tutorials. So here we go. You're going to download Xsplit broadcaster software, hit run. I already have it, so I'm not going to do that. It will install through a setup wizard, which is really simple, guys. I know you can do that. So now you're going to double click your icon that downloaded it to, and you're going to run it. So let's wait for that. Things I could do with the episode, by the way, guys, is I could show you how to make some overlays for your channel, and I think a lot of people would enjoy that tutorial because a lot of people ask me about it when I live stream. They're like, how'd you get that overlay or whatever? So let me go over the basics real quick. I'll delete what's on here so I can make a fresh commentary. And here's the one I use right now, Scene 5. Now the way Xsplit works, let me explain the setup, is you have all these scenes. So like if you're going to take a break, you could hit Scene 1. Well, not Scene 1, that one's not the right one. Scene 2. And your Scene 2 could be your break. Like, you know, if you're going to go take a piss or something, that's good to have, you know. And then what you do is you want to go back to live streaming, you hit your Scene 5 or whatever scene you want to put your contents on. I know mine's a little ass backwards, but whatever. So let's get started. So this is what you guys are going to see. Absolutely nothing. And you'll be like, well, what do I do now? Well, before we go into broadcast settings and figure out what to do to go live, let's make sure your live stream looks good. So you don't have to listen to all this, just follow me. I know the text is small, but you're going to click add over here, and you're going to want to go to add camera. Now, I'm thinking a lot of you guys that are trying to live stream already have, you know, an Elgato or something along those lines. You're going to find it here, add camera. So I guess you could do add game too, but I use add camera because mine's right there. That's what works for me. It's going to give you a smaller screen, right? It's not good. We want full screen. So let's move the white box over, fill the screen. So now we have our game. And I guess it's probably going to be loading my Xbox One. I'm not too sure. But here you go. Let me power on my Xbox One. It should pop up soon. I'm hoping it does. But anyways, you're going to add a camera also. If you guys like to use a webcam, some of you guys don't, you know. So you're going to find it here. I use a USB webcam, which is really simple and easy to use. You can find one at Office Depot, and you're just going to adjust it like so. You're just going to find what works for you, whether you want it bottom right, top right, etc. If you want to like have some more freelance of what you do with it, because as you can see, it's a fixed aspect ratio. So if you want to change that, you go to layout and you just uncheck that, and you can do more stuff with it. Like you can adjust it this way instead if you guys are more focused on what's in the background of gameplay. Whatever, there you go. So I'll leave that up there. Now let me find out what's going on here. Okay. Now, to add a title as such, like in my live stream, I have a Chemstrike logo I made from Photoshop. I put that in here, and I have a title for the number of Chemstrikes, so which I have to change that because it's actually 20. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to add, you're going to go to media file, and you're going to find what you want. Make sure, like, if you're trying to put something in here, like a picture, that you find the folder, you know, like all in here. So I'm going to show you guys my overlay. I'm going to open that. It's going to load in here, and it's going to go right on top of the gameplay, and it's going to have this black box here. I meant for that to be there because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my webcam inside of it, and that's how I do it. Well, you got to make sure it adjusts like perfectly. As you can see, it's not, I'm not trying really hard to make it right. So you're going to want to adjust it so there's no white boxes around it like there is on mine right now. Something like that. Adjust a little bit more. There you go. And that's what works. Another thing too is if like you're like, well, dude, I can't get my webcam, where to go? Well, in the bottom of the scene sources here, you're going to want to make sure that the webcam is above the title overlay because it's on top of it so you can see it. Just like your capture card. If your capture card's all the way up here, you're not going to see any of your title stuff. So you got to make sure your game capture card or your gameplay is on the bottom. That's the basics. I can also go over a how to make overlays and do that, but for the time being, guys, just get your stream up and running, and you can do templates for titles up here. Like you can find them on Google. A quick Google search, you'll find it, but I can do another episode on that. But let me get into the meat and potatoes of what is the difficult part of live streaming. And this is where a lot of people are probably tuning in to find out. So you're going to want to go add channel, and you're going to pick Twitch or whatever your stream is. Ustream's a little different. I did it like before Ghost came out. I tried Ustream. It's pretty tough. The easiest one is Twitch. You're just going to click that, and it's going to set you up. So I'm not going to do that because it's a setup wizard. It's really easy. You're going to type in your account name and it's going to get you started. But one thing it's going to ask you for is your live stream key, which I'm going to show you guys how to get that right now. So what you're going to do is go to Twitch's website, twitch.tv, and this is what you're going to see. You're going to want to go over to, you're going to log into your account, and you're going to go to dashboard. I'm sorry about the audio in the background. You're going to want to go to dashboard, and then what you're going to want to do is go all the way over to stream key, click on it, and you're going to want to show key. You're going to copy it, and you're going to paste it into Xsplit when it tells you to. I would show mine, but I can't. Like, that's bad. You don't want anybody to see your stream key because then they can stream to your account. All right, so that's covered. Now you're going to go to broadcast, and you're going to want to, it's going to be up here. Like if you just added it, it's going to be this one. This is the primary one that I use. And you want to hit settings right here, this little setting box. And you're going to want to pop this up. Now I'm going to try to cover this quickly instead of doing what I did last time I recorded this because I failed. You're going to type your account in here, make sure it's all good. You're going to find what server you want. Now, usually stick with the green numbers. Those are like good latency. Now, I live close to Miami, Florida, so that's what's best for me. Pick somewhere that you're closest to because you're going to have the best upload speed and the most accurate. So people are like, well, what do I use for an upload speed? Like, what do I need, etc. This is really tricky. Even I don't know all the worksheets of if you want to stream in 480p or whatever it is. All I know is like 720p, and that's what's most important. A lot of people will stream in that. So you're going to want about 5 megabits upload speed in order to stream at a good quality, like 720p. So what I do is I make sure I'm on CBR. That's what I use. I apply a strict CBR because that's what Twitch wants. I use a 2.0 keyframe interval. That's what you want. And this is, depending on your computer, you can choose to use medium compression or reasonable. I would just leave it on very fast. That's the default. My computer's a beast and I still use very fast, like whatever. 3200, that's the bit rate. That's what's most important. That's how much of the upload speed you're using from your house. So I have about 5.5 megabits up. So what I do is I use 70% of that. So I would find out what your up speed is and use 70% of it. And to do that, I would find the server that's closest to you. Whether you live near New York, click that one. And then you're going to pull up Google or whatever you use as a web browser. Go to speedtest.net. And from there, you're going to go to their website. And it's going to load up. And you're going to have an option to choose what servers you want to connect to. It's going to automatically put you in your state and try to connect you to one of those servers. But you're going to try to find that server that's over in New York or wherever you're at. Like, you're going to want to find the one that's closest. There's people that live in probably Alabama or something that don't see any servers close to them besides New York. So you're going to zoom out and you're going to go over there somewhere. I found it last time. I don't know why. Okay, like something like this. And you're going to click on it and you're going to begin test. It'll run through a down speed and an up speed test. and you're going to get your numbers. Mine's 5.5. I'm going to use 70% of that or a little bit less. What I find that works for me is 3200. It's good crisp quality, and I don't drop frame rates. And before you start streaming, you're going to click that server again, whether it was New York or Miami. You're going to test your bandwidth, but before you do that, make sure you type this number in of what you want. If you're saying, I think I would be good, I have 3 megabits up. Well, unfortunately, you're probably going to have to stream at like 2000 kbps, 2000 bit rates. So you're going to type in 2000. I found my number, it's 3200. So now I'm going to test bandwidth, and it's going to try to stream at that quality. And it's going to let you know if, hey, your connection's not good enough. Hey, you should lower your, it's going to help you out. So let's run through this test real quick. Oh yeah, by the way, it's going to be like this. So make sure you click view details, and it will give you more information. So it's trying to stream at the quality that I put out, which so far it's doing pretty good. It's actually streaming at a higher, like it can go even higher. But I don't know, lately with Call of Duty Ghost, my streams have been dropping, like, it says no frame rates dropped, but people that watch my stream are saying it's lagging, which is true. So I know there's other streamers that are having the same issue. But anyways, this test is really going to help you out. Let it go all the way through. So it says my average data rate was 3400, so I could roll with this. I could probably even use more. No frame rates dropped. That's important. Make sure you're not dropping any. So there you go. And once you make, oh yeah, the audio encoding, make sure it's 128. Leave it alone. It's all the same. It'll be the same right here. I didn't adjust that. Click OK. Now you should have already had all that set up now, and your stream key's ready to go. If you want to broadcast, you click, instead of clicking the settings thing now, you just click on the title right there. Boom. I would do it, but I'm not ready to stream right now. Another thing you can do inside of Xsplit, I have about another 3 minutes left. I'm going to go over this really quick, is you can announce it to Twitter by clicking this link, and I could like tell people I'm about to stream, which you guys should do that. It's going to help you out. Saying go to Twitter, insert link, announce to Twitter, finish announcing. There you go. Real quick, helpful info is when you're about to go back to your game source, like you're going to change your monitor's input to play your game, and this is in the background on your computer, because I play off the same monitor. You want to put this to 10% so it's smaller, and you can use more RAM in order to stream. A lot of people, back when I was streaming in the beginning, I would just leave it like this, and I would switch inputs to my game and leave this on my computer. This is actually taking up more RAM. Every little bit counts. Like, you want to make sure you do those little tips, like I just said. Scale viewport, 10%, and leave it there, go play your game. But when you want to actually adjust or edit something, go back to actual so it looks normal, and do your adjusting. What else do you need? If you want to know what resolution, you want to pick one. This is important if you're, depending on your upload speed, like I said, I know I can do 720p, so I checked that under resolution, right here. You could probably get away with 480, the quality wouldn't be really bad, but it'd be alright. And frame rate, obviously 30, something like that, and just leave that alone. I'm nearing the end, guys. One thing is, if you want to see more episodes, like I said, let me know. You can add titles, like I said, add media file. But if you want to use Twitch's makeshift titles, you can do something like this. Type in a bunch of hoopla, change colors, and then just click. You can scroll, and then you click whatever. You can, if you want to scroll it, that's another option. But I'm running out of time, so. And you have your title. Like for me, with my Chemstrike logo, and I just get a Chemstrike, I like to use Twitch's title maker, because I can just go right into here and change it. Sorry guys, if I want to change it, I just go right here, configure, and change the number to 19 or 20, instead of having to go to Photoshop and redo my whole overlay. My overlay is this right up top of here. So I can cover that in another episode, guys, but this is the basics to get you guys started. Hopefully you guys understood what I meant, and I think this clears up a lot of stuff. If you want to see more stuff, put it in the comments section below and let me know. And that's all I got for you guys. Peace.